Morning guys. Right, another early one. 4:30 this morning, Saturday morning, and as you can see, I've made a good bit of progress on the car. I've come in this morning to get a little bit more done. I've got to go for a little bit today. It's my little girl's birthday. Happy birthday, Jessica. So I'll be shooting off today for a little bit to go to her birthday party, and then I can come back and just crack on a little bit more. We are in the final stages now, guys, of finishing this car, which I'm really excited about. So I just thought I'd have a little catch up and just show you where I'm up to. I haven't done a massive amount of filming this week, so I just thought I would do my normal thing and just have a little catch up this morning. I'll do a little bit of filming as I'm going along today, but I'll just show you where we're up to because I've had a really productive week on this, and I personally think it's looking really good. Let's have a little look. Right, so as you can see, bonnet is back on, which I know isn't a massive thing, but well, it is. You can't do a track day without one. Well, maybe you could, I don't know. I've never looked into that, but bonnet is back on. Now, this took a bit of time. Anyone that does panel work, stuff like that, will know that sometimes to get panel gaps and things right. Now, this isn't perfect, but it's absolutely fine for a track car. I've put my aero catches in. These did take a little bit of fettling with, and once again, my good wife Justine was here to help me battle with them because they did take a little bit of messing about with. Let me find my bonnet stay because I'm going to be able to show you guys properly then what's going on in here. Right then, here we go. So I've made this new intake pipe here, which is going to house my air filter down there. I do need to make a little shield for that intake pipe just to stop so much water coming off that wheel and soaking the intake pipe, but I didn't want it in the engine bay. One, as you can see, we are starting to get tight for space in here now, but I didn't want it in the engine bay anyway for obvious reasons. I didn't want it sucking in a load of hot air. I managed to reuse my header tank. All I've done is I've moved the location. It used to sit over there. I've moved the location down to here. I've put these little brackets on, which I need to screw down today. It needs 2 bolts in there. I'll just rivet that down. And then I've just adjusted these coolant lines that are, this is kind of a main filler just for me to top it up, and then these are breather lines. One comes off of this housing down here, and then the other one comes off the top of the rad. Now, since I did that mod on this car, I took that actually off of a Honda touring car that I saw, and it works really, really well. I've never really struggled with temps with this car. It's been really, really good. I do just need to put this charge cooler in for final time. As you can see, it's not pushed in that pipe at the moment, so I need to do that today. And I just need to put Jubilee clips on all this stuff. I have got this turbo blanket, which a friend of mine gave to me. So I am a little bit dubious about these things. Sometimes they seem to work great, and then I've seen others literally catch fire. So I'm a little bit dubious about that, but this one does seem pretty good quality. So I'm going to give that a go, I think, and just keep an eye on it. I've made up a new water line for here, just because that one was a bit tired, and then I've replaced this water line. I've been over everything on this engine the last few days, and if there's been anything on there which I thought looked a little bit tired or just like it could be at the end of its life, it's just got replaced, simple as that. I've done all my fuel lines. Again, I think there's one of my fuel lines which I looked at and I thought that's perfectly fine. That's the only one that I've used. Everything else has been replaced. I've put my new fuel filter in just down the back there. It's on the bulkhead, kind of where the servo used to be, and then that gets piped up to my fuel pressure reg there, and then down to my rail, and I've got it just secured nicely onto there using a couple of these little P-clips. They just hold everything out the way, and yeah, it looks really nice. Obviously, I've got my rads on, so I've got two rads there. One is for my charge cooler setup, and then the other one is for my engine cooling, obviously. My headlights, they just need a bracket going in just to hold them. Obviously they're in place, but at the moment they can rock backwards and forwards. So I'm going to make a little bracket just to hold them in place. So not a lot has changed on the interior, other than I've got one of my seats back in, and I've got my charge cooler tank in place. Have got a good friend of mine, he's coming over later on today to help me out with some more wiring on this car. So what's on the list of things to do? Wiring the fuel pump, wiring the fan, run my charge cooler water lines from front to back so that I've actually got water pumping around the charge cooler system, put the bumpers back on, and probably one of the biggest things is I've got to just modify the exhaust system. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow, so Sunday. I have got a bit of a plan with the exhaust, which I think is going to look really cool, and I'm going to go with that. So, also, my tyres turned up yesterday, which was brilliant. I've been really lucky enough to had a word with Nankang Tyres, and I've been really lucky that they did me a great deal on a set of tyres. I explained to them about the build, what I was doing with it, etc. And a guy from Nankang, Nick, he was really happy to work with me on this project, and he sent me some stickers there, a sun visor which I'm going to put on, and then most importantly I've got a set of Nankang CRS tyres which I need to get fitted onto my wheels this week. I've gone for a 205 50? Yeah, 205 50 15. Now, I'm no tyre expert, he tells me these should be a brilliant tyre for Spa and the Nürburgring because they're more of an endurance tyre. So they're going to take a little bit more getting warm, but once they are warm, they should hold out really well. So that's the plan. And then I'm going to take a set of wets as well, just because they don't deal well with standing water. I'm hoping there isn't a lot of standing water. I personally love a wet track day, but on the Nürburgring and the Spa, I'd rather it, Nürburgring and Spa, obviously I'd rather it be dry, just because it's all very new to me. So the plan for this week, Monday afternoon, I'm taking this car over to a good friend of mine. He's going to help me with the wheel alignment, just because I've done as much as I can, but I do lack the knowledge when it comes to setting these things up. So he's got a world of knowledge and he's going to help me with this. So that's going to be really good. So that's Monday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, this car is going onto the trailer and going over to the wizard that is Paul West. He has always done my mapping on this vehicle and it has been faultless. So it's going over to him on Tuesday afternoon. There shouldn't be anything wrong with the map on this vehicle. It's been off the road for a year and a half. I haven't really made any serious engine changes, but because it has been off the road for a year and a half, I do want to get it checked before I chuck it on a trailer and go all the way over to Spa to develop, to find out that I've got an issue. It may as well get checked. Wednesday, I'm quite looking forward to Wednesday because Wednesday is a pretty chilled day for me when I can crack on. I can actually get a little bit of work done outside of this car, and I can also just start to get together some bits of tools and some spares that I've got, which I'm going to take with me on the trip. Thursday, then I'm heading over to Alton Park for a quick shakedown with the car, so that's going to be good. Get a little bit of video of that. And I'm going to I'm not going to do much on the track, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour of steady driving, get her opened up a little bit just to see how it feels, and I'm hoping that it's going to feel really good. It's going to feel strange because I've not driven it in a while, but I'm hoping it's going to feel really good, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be nervous then with taking it out to Spa. So that is Thursday afternoon, and then Friday is going to be spent putting this thing on the trailer, getting all my bits and bobs ready for Saturday morning when we head out to Spa, which I'm really excited about. Track day isn't until Monday, but I just want time. I want time for me and Justine to settle in and just have a nice meal and a wander around and stuff like that. We are going to treat this as a little bit of a holiday as well as a track day. So yeah, that's Saturday morning, and that's exciting. So it's nearly there, guys. I've done it. Well, I shouldn't say that, not when I'm about to start it up this afternoon. This is nearly now all what I would call fluid tight, if you like. It's got oil in it. I need to put water in it today. I need to put my gearbox oil in it. And then we will be going for a startup later on today. I'm pretty adamant today we're going to go for a startup on this car. So yeah, watch this space. Right, so we've got an exciting moment here. We're going to go for the first fire up, hopefully. We've just turned it over a few times just to double check that we've got oil pressure. And now we're going to actually try and start this thing for the first time. This is the first time in, what?
2 years.
2 years? Oh my God. I'm excited, right. Okay. Running.
Excited?
Very. Today, and has very kindly helped me with all my panel. It's done an amazing job. So now we have the volts working there, which is my battery kill on and off. And then we've got here, he's done ignition, ignition, isn't it? That one's ignition.
So that kind of starts to bring systems to life.
Yeah.
Which then lets you, if you want, you can just do the starter. The engine and stuff won't fire. This brings the ECU to life on the dashboard.
Nice.
Next button in the queue, as you can see Rich's nice little logo on there.
Looks posh.
Next one is for Rich's charge cooler tank. It's the for the Davis Craig fan controller with water pump controller. And then the fuel pump next to it. We've then also got his cooling fan up at the top here at the moment, and his headlights. These two are going to end up being your indicators, and then the other four will end up being for other circuits as well, just in the process of getting your lambda and boost gauge wired up.
Amazing.
It's
definitely getting there. I'm so excited, and I'm also massively grateful to Chris for taking his time out to come over here and help me with this, just because obviously I'm running out of time now and there's still a bit to do, but we know now it runs. We just need to button up a few last bits and bobs now, and then, yeah, we'll hopefully be good to go.
I'm sure hearing it run will give you the kick up the ass to get this last couple jobs that always seem to take the longest done.
Definitely. I need to, obviously, this hasn't got an exhaust on at the moment. That was just literally through the downpipe. So, but I'm so pleased that there's no fuel leaks, anything like that. Yeah, it's all good. It's all coming to plan now. So just a few more little jobs and we'll be somewhere near. I need to also bolt this roof back on at some point, just because I'm gonna be trailering this thing around over the next couple of days between different places, and it's gonna get wet in there. So I need to just bolt this roof back on, but that isn't a big job. But yeah, so happy to hear it run. It's made my day. What's that for?
Basically have it wired up so like they're on, but then you push another one and they strobe.
Ah, okay.
But you need a relay to do that.
I like it. So, Chris is just playing around with this switch panel. He's a lot more cleverer than me.
I just read instructions.
You read instructions. So, with this switch panel, I'll let you tell them, Chris, because you explain it better than me.
Right. So on the switch panel, each switch can be programmed as either a toggle switch, a momentary switch, a flash, or a strobe. So basically at the moment, the headlights are either on when the switch is on or off when the switch is off.
I'll show you that. 2 secs. Right, so go on then, Chris. Okay?
The headlights on.
Yeah.
But then you can be cheeky and set it so the headlights strobe.
I actually like that. That's cool.
It's a neat little switch panel. For like genuinely what you paid off of Temu. Everybody jokes Temu doesn't have that good of stuff. You get an alloy switch panel, an actual 12 circuit fuse panel as well. Good value for money.
For 89 quid.
Yeah, good value for money. It's like I say, it's very programmable. You can change the colors of the switches as well as brightness.
Does everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very neat.
Love it. We've how many switches have we got left?
So at the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 wired up, leaving you 5.
Okay.
Probably gonna end up having 2 for indicators.
Yeah.
And then one's gonna be kind of a bit more of a catch-all, like side lights, power for the brake lights, using your switch to trigger it.
Yeah. I've also got my USB port down there as well.
Which we can power off of, probably something like that as well.
Yeah.
I can potentially I should probably actually wire that into those 2.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So it's on all the time.
So when those are on, the USB plug lies in. Yeah.
And then which one's for the dash? Oh, does the dash? Oh, the dash comes on with that. Chris put this logo on there for me a few years ago now, wasn't it? When I first got it. So one thing we do need to just have a quick look at is, for some reason, my dash seems to be
in a continual boot loop.
Yeah, it's just continually looping the information, as you can see. It comes on and then it goes off again for no real reason. So Chris, being the genius that he is about to get on the laptop and see if he can figure it out, because I think, have you got or did you have this dash in your car?
I do have an AIM dash in mine. Not quite the same, a little bit different variant, but...
You know a lot more about it than me anyway.
Yeah, I messed with them enough.
So Chris has been a bit of a genius and got my dash working again. This was causing me a few issues, and it was something which was worrying me a little bit, but he's reset the CAN output and it's sprung into life, so that's really, really good. A few warnings flashing up on there just for low voltage and stuff like that. All this can be set up. Like I say, Chris is far more familiar with it than I am. I do need to sit down at some point on a laptop and have a play around with it just to, so I can at least do something with it. It's pointless having it and not be able to do anything with it, but at the moment, yeah, it's not something I'm familiar with. How cool does that look though? Good morning, guys. Right, Sunday morning, and hopefully the last day of full graft on this car. Going to be doing bits and bobs on it throughout the week, just alignment and stuff like that, obviously mapping, but this should be hopefully the final day of hard graft on this car. What have I got to do today? Exhaust system. I'm going to crack that out first. I'm going to get the exhaust done, just because when we started this thing a couple of times yesterday, although it wasn't ridiculously loud when you think it's got no exhaust on it except for a downpipe, I do want to get the exhaust done, so I'm going to do that first thing this morning. It's 5 a.m, I've got my coffee. I'm going to just get stuck in and get the exhaust done, dusted, boxed off. I think you're going to like what I've got planned with that, so yeah, we'll see. What else have I got to do today? I've got to put coolant in this thing. Obviously, we couldn't leave it run for long yesterday for obvious reasons. No coolant and no exhaust system, etc. We couldn't leave it run for long. So it would be nice to let this thing run up to temperature. I've got a couple of friends coming to help me again today. Don't expect them to be here this early, obviously. It's just me that's mad enough to do that, I think. But yeah, Chris is coming back down. He's been a massive help over the last, week or so. Definitely, I wouldn't be where I am at with this car if it wasn't for his help. So I'm massively grateful. I've helped him out in the past with his car. It's just really, really nice to have him involved in this as well and getting me across the finish line. I've also got another friend, Shane, on his way down today to give me a hand just buttoning the last bits and bobs up on this. So need to get the roof back on today because I've got a bit of trailering around to do with it tomorrow and the rest of the week. And obviously, I don't know if you can hear it now, but it is lashing down outside, and yeah, it needs a roof on it. So roof on, bumpers on, passenger seat. We're gonna maybe put the passenger seat in later on, but if not, that'll be later on in the week because Chris is still just down in the footwell at the moment doing a bit of wiring, so it's easier with the seat not being in there. Other than that, I think we're somewhere near. Yeah, got tyres to change over in the week and just bits and bobs, so yeah. Oh, I've also got to put my charge cooler lines in today as well. So even though it's running absolutely fine before it goes for mapping on Thursday, we need the charge cooler pipes on there. So I'm going to finish my coffee and I'm going to get changed into my scruffy clothes, and then I am going to crack on and get some work done. The little wiring monkeys are in the house.
Monkeys are here, yeah.
So we need 5 wires out of that nest.
So I'm going to strip some of this back, stuff that we don't need.
Well, let's take it out.
Yeah, out.
Out.
On a night out.
We're going out today.
Is that literally?
That's to do
So that's all you need.
side lights, brake lights, indicators, and number plate lights.
In just those wires?
5 wires.
Yeah.
So what's all the rest of it for?
Shits and gigs.
Would have been reverse light, rear fog light. This
Boot
guy.
wiring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hood.
Boot switch,
like
fog
yeah,
light,
power stuff.
stuff like that, isn't it?
Did you have like a boot light inside or something like that at one point?
Oh, mate, you know what? There could have been all sorts in there.
There
To be honest.
could have been original fuel pump wiring as well.
The original fuel pump, it was in that loom. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where, but it was in that loom. I just cut it back.
Yeah, there's 5 hours you need to get this to have lights on the back.
Nice.
So we're just taking a few of these little bits off. Every little bit matters.
Every little bit helps.
Thanks, Jessica.
A little bit of weight saving.
I think you turn the well with that one. There. Oh, there you go.
So that'll make us loose there. Bring you out of it.
We're pulling grams out of the car. The gram effect.
Yeah.
And you can come out of there as well.
Just,
How come all of a sudden there's like a whole bunch of like metal filings in the car? Is that from you doing the exhaust today?
no, it shouldn't be.
It's like,
It's, yeah, I don't know.
So you know the wiring going to the old fuel pump and stuff like that? Where did that used to go?
It used
It
to,
runs-
it basically came out of the loom, literally up there,
Yeah.
and ran across to those 2 holes.
Okay. So these would have been your old relays, I would imagine, for that.
well, if you
Would-
just unplug the relays from
I don't think that's a fuel pump I'm sure the fuel pump relay was under the bonnet. So I'm assuming them relays are maybe for indicators.
Well, that's what I say though. If you
Yeah.
just unplug them for now, leave the wiring there, but just unplug the relays
Yeah.
and leave them unplugged,
Okay.
and we'll double check the wires.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what can I say other than what a day it has been today. I am knackered. I've been here, we're now, 7 o'clock. I've been here since 4:30 this morning, and I'm knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. I've had that many friends around today, all chipping in, giving me help, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. I appreciate each and every one of them for every little bit of effort they've put in with this car today. Is it finished? No, unfortunately it's not. I thought today was going to be my last day on it, but yeah, it's I underestimated still quite what we had to do. But without the help today, I don't think this car would be ready for next weekend. It's still going to be ready, but I've got a little bit more of a week ahead of me than what I thought. As you can see now, bumpers on, grills in, bonnets on, it's looking like a car again. And doesn't she look beautiful? So what did we get done today? All the lights now working, thanks to Chris. Sorted out the handbrake because the rear brakes were sticking on, and all now my panel is all working and looking super fancy. Air fuel ratio gauge plumbed in, boost gauge plumbed in, fans working, front headlights are working, fuel pump's working, water pump for my charge cooler's working, indicators working. She starts, she stops. We've got, just about everything we need at the moment to go for mapping on Tuesday afternoon. So tomorrow I'm going to be loading this thing onto a trailer. It's first time out for a while. I'm going to have to get on it in the morning. I'm going to have to get the rear bumper secured in place. I did make, you can't see it, it's too dark, but I made the exhaust system today We've also got a fresh boot lid on there because this was dented, so that's really nice. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, guys. Yeah. It's gonna be ready. It's gonna be ready. Trust me. So, I'm going home. I'm going home. And I'm gonna have a glass of wine. And I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna get my head together. And then I'm gonna get back on this thing tomorrow. And I know what I need to do. I know what I need to push for. And yeah, come middle of the week, it will be ready. Come the weekend, it will be going on the trailer to go over to Spa. Thanks very much for watching this video, guys. As always, your support is very, very, I'm very, very grateful for everybody's support. Everybody that watches my videos, everyone that comments. I love reading the comments and replying and the messages and stuff that I get. I absolutely love it. So if you want to see this car on Spa Circuit next week, then give us a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe, it's free, and tell your friends. Get everybody watching, because I think next week's trip is going to be absolutely brilliant. Thanks very much, guys. See you soon.